Hello and welcome to This Is Totally Not Scripted, and I am not a content creator. I am filming this on my iPhone in vertical, and I'm trying to look at the camera, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I am going to try to come on and have 2 videos a week, and we'll see how the format gets better and how things go as they go along, but right now, you're getting the Hot Mess Express. Really, you're just getting me and all of the chaos that is my brain. And where are we? Where is this? This is in rural Kansas with a very squeaky chair. And I have a big gay dream, a big gay rainbow of a dream for the publication Fashion Rebel Nation. And I sit around my office and want to pull out every single last one of my hairs trying to make content for social media to help people find us. And it's really not what I need to be using all of my spoons for. So you're just getting the raw, unedited version here. And I was cleaning out my office, and I just have to show you something cool that I brought to work, haven't hung on the wall, and wanted to. Okay, before I show you this picture, you need a little bit of backstory because you need to understand what you're about to look at. Now, I met this really awesome artist whose name is Steph Stanga. I really hope that I'm pronouncing her last name right. Don't think I've ever heard her pronounce her last name out loud. Anyway, I met her at a Comic-Con, and she was selling her very delightful art. And then I started following her on social media, and then later found that she sometimes takes commissions. And I came to her and I said, I have an idea. Hear me out. It's a little bit weird, but I have an idea. You see, back when I was in college, at the very beginning in like 2002, when the internet was young and so was email, I made this silly little email account for a character named Flittle the Fairy. And I mean, it literally like a little woodland fairy. And she gave advice to people. And it was really just my friends, okay? They would send letters to this email address. It was a joking back and forth because that's what we did with our time back in the day. And they would send letters asking Flittle for advice. Now, here's the catch. And this is what I described to Steph. Flittle sounds like Roz off of Modern Monsters, Inc., you know? Like, I've got some advice for you. And she smokes too much and she eats too much bacon and she loves double quarter pounders with cheese. And she sits around smoking her cigarettes and carrying her little, tote bag full of Hall's cough drops and dispensing advice, tough love to people. Now, this is the beautiful, beautiful thing that Steph brought to life, okay? This is Flittle, and I've had her for a while now, but I'm just bringing her into the office, and I'm thinking about putting her up on the wall here, because I feel like she's a little part of me. She's inside of me, and not just because of that inside joke that I had going on with my friends, but because I have always been a person who strives to make meaning out of life. And I make that meaning by telling stories. I taught English for 8 years, high school, and a couple of years was middle school as well. And a lot of those kids may not remember a damn thing that I taught them in the classroom, but they do remember the stories. And so I decided that I wanted to create this magazine, this digital magazine, that helps people tell their stories, because so much of what we see in the media only represents a small sliver of what is actually profitable. And I really don't give a crap about that, Sometimes I wear makeup for fun because it's joy and art, but I don't have to wear it to leave the house. It's just not, who I am. And so I decided to rent this office space and try to make this magazine. And I have an editorial schedule, okay? This is for me. I'm an employee of one, and I need this to stay on track. Otherwise, it's going to be going off the rails on a crazy train. Not that we're not already there, obviously. You probably are watching this going, oh my gosh, but yeah. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So my editorial schedule, just basically puts me on a 9-week cycle, because the magazine comes out, bi-monthly. And that means, once every 2 months. And so it runs in a 9-week cycle between each issue to keep me on track, which, as you can see, is trying to wrangle squirrels on cocaine at a rave. And I have to be the one to keep me on track, because that's it. It's just me here in the office. So I am on week 2 of, no, we are back to week 1. We are back to week 1 on the editorial schedule. Anyway, what I'm supposed to be doing in my office this week, is getting issue 6 out into the world. I need people to buy issue 6, because I have to pay the rent and I have to pay the overhead, and someday I'd love to hire employees, but that means getting people to purchase the magazine, to believe in the mission, to get yearly subscriptions or join us on Patreon, etc., etc. So the question becomes, how do I do that? I don't know. If you thought this was going to be a video where someone gives you the answers, this isn't it, because I don't have the answers. I don't. Again, I'm just showing up on camera and recording this shit show and hoping YouTube doesn't ban me for saying the word shit show. I have no idea what the rules are. I'm learning as I go, and I'm forcing myself to do this video because I really struggle with putting things out there that aren't curated. And I know that might be hard to believe. If you go check out Fashion Rebel Nation and on social media, yeah, there's some B-roll and there's stuff on top, and I try to do the hooks and I try to follow the advertising advice, but this is what you get behind the scenes. You get me and this amazing drawing sitting in my office trying to figure out the answers to life, the universe, and everything. And this particular issue is so huge to me because we had 6 people contribute to the magazine that aren't me. 6 different human beings stepped up and said, I hear the call and I am here to answer. And I said, holy crap. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. I was hoping for that, but I was not expecting that. And it's kind of fun because issue 6 contributors, it is fantastic. And I really hope that I can keep this momentum going forward, but I don't have the answers of how we do this. And social media is one of the primary drivers. It's the thing that you have to do if you want people to see you. And it is so oversaturated at the moment. There are just so many people out there and they want you to pay for ads, and there's just all this stuff going on. And so I decided that I am tired of filming B-roll all the time. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I actually just ordered a different tripod to try to make my life easier because trust, there is plenty of B-roll. Like, there is plenty of B-roll to be captured because I do all sorts of insane things. But I'm tired. I am chronically ill. I literally just came from the doctor giving 2 vials of blood this morning because they're running a whole panel of tests, hoping, it's always hoping to find answers, right? And who the hell knows? I'll let you know if we find out anything fruitful. But that is where we are at the moment. So, like I said, I don't know how long these videos are going to be. I don't know how put together this stuff is going to be, but you are walking in on phase 1, the beginning. I don't even know if phase 1 is the right word for it, but you're walking in on video 1, and I can't promise you you know what I can promise you? I can promise you that what you are going to get is going to be interesting. I live my life by telling stories. I collect them and I internalize them, and I remember so many things that happen. And then I also sing songs and movie quotes, and my head is, I'm ADHD. Did I mention that? I am ADHD. And Google is your friend. TikTok, Instagram, just Google or TikTok or Instagram ADHD. You can find a plethora of resources, but that is 1000% me. And I work better when I have someone to talk to. But right now, my office assistants are stuffed animals. Yeah. I have a manatee and a llama, and I will show you Henry and sweet manatee in the next episode. Yay! My office assistants. But I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to show you what it looks like behind the scenes as I try to make this thing a reality. And right now, the next rent check is due on July 15th, and it's going to come out of my pocket again, unless I can manage to get some combination of patrons and yearly subscriptions and single issues. So it is my job to find a way to tell the world why this matters, and also to stay on task, and also to remember the joy and find time to hang things on the wall that are important. So if you are watching this, if you are out there, echo, if you are out there listening to this, please send up a signal flare, drop a comment, join us on Patreon, go pick up a copy of the issue 6 or any of the back issues or a yearly subscription, and tell us what you think, because that's what this is all about. This is all about creating community, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to know that you guys are out there, and if you have questions for me, if you have questions about the magazine or the office or my paintings or my stuffed animals or why they call me a human jukebox, I would be happy to talk about all of those things, unless you're a jerk about it. We don't suffer fools over here. We just don't. So I am going to sign off for now, and I will see you again on Thursday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. I'll see you again on Thursday, and we'll go from there. So thanks for joining us. Ta-ta. Toodles.